right. Hello, everyone. Hello. I can see familiar usernames here. Zor, John, hello. Azarian Tim, our moderator from Denmark, is here. And Jared Heaven, also, hello. Beaker Guy. Piano solo cover. And Alex is here. Hello, Alex. And Frank Kolstad. Hei, tumma prinsessa, näytät upealta sinisenä. In blue. Wes is here as well. Hi there. Well, hello to you as well. Well, good to see you. So many people here. Let's just make sure that our things are running smoothly, and then we can start this party. And this is our kind of like an annual watch party, you could say. We watch the videos that I've created during the year because that's a good learning lesson to kind of like see what you have done and what could be improved, and just kind of like a recap of the year. Sonic Jane Stooge, hello. Well, hello to you as well. Azarian is saying chat is being weird. Sometimes when I end a message with an emoji, it removes the text before the emoji. What the heck? That's strange. Okay, let's be mindful of that. If you add emoji, it can remove the whole sentence. There must be something wrong. Then we have Kalle here as well. Moriens Kalle, and Marek, Januz, hello. Alex is saying, hope everyone is doing well. And Frank is saying, party! Let's party! I have a list of category of drinks here that I can drink while we're watching. But let's start this watch party, and I'll make some commentary on along the way, and you can just leave a comment, questions, whatever comes to your mind. I'm here, but the point of this is that we're watching the videos and listening to the music that I've created the past year, and just kind of like relaxedly hang around here. Let's start out with the first episode of last year, or this year, you could say, The Number of the Beast. Iron Maiden song. And I'll watch the comments here. Reason of mind. Sonic Jang Stooge is saying, come to Scotland. I might come one day, who knows? I think Scotland is very beautiful. And then Beaker Guy is saying, drinks equals good, although it's 9 a.m. here, mimosa time, yeah. But it's almost New Year's, come on. You can kind of like relax now. It's Friday also. I think this is kind of like a good way to start the New Year celebration. And I'm wearing my glitter outfit. Ready to party. Frank is saying the drum looks really cool. Yeah, it's botran. Is it Irish? Irish traditional folk instrument. Then we have Bridgeport Chronicles. Morning, my friend. How are you? Good. How are you, Christopher? Producing new content for the next year? I presume you have, and you are creating. Zor is saying, a friend gave me one of those glass jar sets for Christmas. Cheers. Wow. Really? Have you been already testing those out? I think these are very convenient with the lid and the straw. Amazing. I just kind of like, I feel safe when it's kind of like sealed like this. Here is kantele. Kantele, a Finnish traditional instrument. I have red kantele with 11 strings, if I remember correctly. When I was a kid, I used to play kantele like these smaller ones, like a 5-string kantele, and now I'm practicing on the side this 11-string kantele. There rise 666. Sonic Jane Stooge is saying glitter outfit looks amazing. Wearing leather too. Well, it's fake leather, but my usual fake leather skirt. Zor is saying that one. The exact same one, because in mine I have a skull on my jar. That's shaped like a skull.
Hey there, I'm Katja Savia, an independent artist from Finland.
Dark Trularian is here as well. Good afternoon, Katja. In my car at the moment, but I'll join you soon. Take your time, don't worry, we'll be here quite a while because we have so many videos that we have to watch. We're watching everything that I've created. But good to see you, Dark Trularian. Take your time, be safe with the car. Sonic Jang Stooge is saying cool skull drink too, isn't it? I love it. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying I'm getting ready to launch Eternal Beat after I send out the international rewards after the new year has passed. Wow, that sounds exciting. Eternal Beat. I like the name. Captivating name. Okay, bigger guy is facing or encountered the emoji glitch. Okay, let's see what will happen. Can you write the comments? Is it convenient to write the comments if it deletes everything that you have been written? You have to copy and paste from somewhere else. Kirby is here. Hey Katja. Well, hello. And you're cheering. Come on, cheers. Keep this. Have a new year. Zor is saying, oh no, mine is skull-less. Okay. But it's cool. I bet it's still cool, even though it doesn't have skull. It's quite convenient to have the lid and the straw and everything. Bigger guy saying I have a jar glass, but no skull. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a shame. You should definitely have one. Kirby is saying you look so pretty. Thank you. Well, thank you so much. You have to look good for the new year, I think. This is a New Year celebration, after all. Frank is saying I saw another Finnish artist on Twitch, Sanni Halla, who also plays kantele. Maybe I've seen Sanni Halla somewhere, I'm not sure. And I think majority of Finnish people, they can play kantele at least a little bit because they teach how to play kantele in school. I remember those music lessons, like in basic school, ground school. Sonic Jane Stu is saying the sexiest eyes, the sexiest voice, the sexiest body. Wow, that's kind of like over the top. Over the top. What did you say? Well, anyways, it's good. Thank you. Bigger guy is saying as long as I we put something after the emoji, everything seems to be okay. That's super strange. Never come across with that before. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, have you heard the song called I Want Love? It is an unused song from Silent Hill 3. I Want Love. Unused song. There might be possibility that I have heard it, but now I can't recall it or play it in my head. How does it sound? I possibly have to listen to it after this live stream. It sounds interesting. I Want Love.
You have nothing to fear. I make sure.
Sonic Jang Stooge is saying it's not even the top, it's just the truth. Thank you. Thomas Robertson. Hi Katja. Well, hello Thomas. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Let's celebrate it this way before tomorrow when we really celebrate the new year and the changing of the year. A couple of words about this project, by the way. This is a commission project that we're watching at the moment. This was kind of like ASMR project, but this is a sound design project for me. I've created the audio for this and kind of like everything related to the audio within this video, and also written the script, the majority of it with a commissioner. And this was my second time doing ASMR. I'm not an ASMR artist, but I love to consume ASMR. So this was kind of like a fun idea and a fun project to create. Only problem with this video was the schedule. When I uploaded this video, this was like January, and never upload supernatural ASMR videos in January. That's not a good time for supernatural things like vampires. From my experience, based on my experience, like it didn't get a lot of views. And the best time, what I've noticed, is the Halloween season that starts from September, maybe even in the summertime. Summertime towards Halloween, that's the best time to upload supernatural content. That's just my experience and what I've learned. But all in all, this was a crazy fun project. There's another episode later this year that we're going to watch, but I just enjoyed creating. It was like filming a short film almost, but different kind of film, because you have to think of the ASMR aspect. Can you really act? Can you act when you have to be quiet and a little bit sensual and not too loud? Let's see here. Tim is saying the right thing. Let's not make too many comments about Katja's appearance. It's not why we're here. Yes, I approve. I approve, even though this is a little bit out there outfit, but it's New Year's. It's New Year's and we're shining like the stars, but that's absolutely true. Thomas is saying, I'm good, my day is good, and Happy New Year's, Katja. Thank you. And it's good to know that day has been good for you. I'm glad. That makes me super happy. Wes is saying, would you consider making ASMR videos like this one again? Like ASMR vampire videos. There might be a possibility. I really like the ASMR, this vampire queen character. I love her because I can be a little bit mean. The character is mean, and this gives me an opportunity to show my different kinds of side. If I'm doing ASMR, I would want it to be some sort of twist there. Some funny twist or just like interesting character, I feel. But yeah, possibly. I would say possibly. I'm doing ASMR videos again. It's a good chance that somebody will give me a commission to do one in future. Baker guys is canceling the epic poem he was writing on the comment section. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying there is 2 really good versions of it. There is the normal version, but there is a cover of it done by Muo. I honestly think you would like it and would even sing it well too. Ah, Muo is familiar. He's kind of like my competitor, you could say. He is a competing channel. That I remember vividly. But interesting, I have to listen to that. Listen to that version, I'm interested. The voice of a poet. Obsidian Contraption. Hi Katja. Hello Flip. Good to see you and Happy New Year. Hope you are doing well. How are you? Bigger Guy is saying I'm going to praise the character story that you and others created for that ASMR video, Katja. Wonderful. Embrace it. Embrace it, and hopefully we will meet her again. Sonic Jane Stooge is saying, are you single? And into Scottish men, I live next door to a castle. If you live next door to a castle, I think anything could be possible. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying to Wes, I am planning on asking Katja to do another one for me next year. I will be writing something for her to take a look at in the coming months. I am taking her lead and direction. Oh, and I have to put Ave Satani louder because I love Ave Satani so much. Jerry Goldsmith. I love this. This was like the funnest project during this year. I just freaking love this piano version from the Omen film. This is so menacing. Like, guys, if you play piano, don't be afraid of the lower notes, that grumbling kind of sound. I love it. Yeah, Bridgeport Chronicles, we have been talking about a sequel to Bianca's episode, so let's see what's going to happen to that. Hopefully we get an interesting script together, and if you have an idea what would happen in a Bridgeport Chronicles Bianca episode, like what do you want to see, let us know, because obviously we want to create something for you and based on your ideas. Obsidian Contraption is saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Kirby is saying you look so beautiful as a vampire. Do you have vampire fangs? Yes. Now I have finally vampire fangs. A lovely viewer gifted me with vampire fangs, and now I have a set, but not on at the moment. But yeah, I have actually 4 pairs of different sizes. Frank is saying Tumma Prinsessa is unique. There are no competitors. Thank you. Bigger guy saying, oh man, that's the movie I forgot to watch this Halloween. Oh well, next year. You can watch it whenever you want, Brian. It's a fantastic, fantastic film. Sonic Jane Stooge is saying, you don't need to low notes. I'm a bass player. Well, if you don't have your bass player, like in my situation, then you need the super grumbly sounds. But if you are a bass player, I would love to hear your playing. And maybe we could do a collaboration. Frank is saying, you look amazing in red too, Katja. Thank you. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, do you want a quick brief of what Eternal Beat is? Yes, you can put a little brief in there, and I'll read it out loud to everyone. Bigger Guy is saying June 6 would be traditional for watching The Omen. Yeah, true. Tim is saying, Katja, which project has been the most difficult in terms of technicality? Pretty much all of them. They're all have been difficult, especially when you add singing and music. Like mixing vocals is still so difficult for me, and finding the right balance for it, because and finding the right position for the microphone. And for my articulation, it's just like super difficult still. So maybe when we go through all these videos, I will have a project in mind that was the most difficult one. But in every project where I'm singing, those are difficult to mix and manage. Here we have Love Song for a Vampire from Dracula 92. And this is a beautiful love song, but this is from the perspective of a killer, from the Dracula's point of view. But this is visually kind of beautiful video. I love these scenes with the sleeves. Gorgeous video in my opinion. But it was difficult to mix once again. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying Eternal Beat is a Jasmine Lawrence origin story. Jasmine is a pop star and vampire within the world of Bridgeport Chronicles. It shows how she was turned and how she became a star. Okay. Always these type of pop star vampire stories are super interesting as well. Interesting, but Jasmine Lawrence. Yeah, good stuff. Eternal Beat, and I think the title is very good. Beat, Eternal Beat. That's a fantastic name for this origin story. Tim is saying, can't wait for that video then. Zor is saying, better than the original. Thank you. It means a lot when someone says that. But yeah, it's a lot of hard work doing the mixing. Sonic Jane Stooge is saying it's a beautiful outfit. Would like to see you as a Catwoman doing the Batman Returns, Danny Elfman music. I would love to have that outfit as well. I would definitely play the music, like doing a medley of Batman Returns in Catwoman costume.
Independent artist from Finland.
That would be fantastic. What kind of Christmas gifts did you get, by the way? I got this fantastic book from a viewer. This is Scored to Death, and I've been reading it during this Christmas break, and doing some notes here as well, because a lot of the songs that we're watching like now there are interviews in this book by these composers. So it has been interesting to kind of like read through their thoughts. Read through their thoughts. Then we have Claudius and Louis' theme. From Interview with a Vampire film, and this book was written by Anne Rice, and that's why we did a lot of vampire videos this year, because Dracula turned 125, the book. So this year was filled with vampire projects. Kalle sanoi, että mä olen ollut tuhmanin, en saanut mitään. Kalle has been so bad that he didn't receive any Christmas gifts. But you did got tössyt. Eli tossut. I saw a picture of these, not socks, but what is tossut in English? Slippers. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, I'm going to be sneaky here. Did Tera S get a hold of you about something for me? Tera and my mother are planning something I am getting closer to figuring out. Uh-oh. Well, no, I haven't received any contact. Maybe they will. I'm not sure, but I haven't gotten any message. Azarian Tim is saying the composers for horror films are really working outside of the box to make something amazingly scary sounds, music. Yes. Out of the box, and you have to have either kind of like a natural ability to understand the drama in the music and the elements and sounds that you're creating, or you understand music psychology. Like when we hear different kinds of intervals, in what speed, rhythm, what are the dynamics, you either understand the psychology behind it, but that's why I'm so fascinated, because it's a fascinating topic. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying Christmas, nothing happened, and since next month leads to my 40th birthday, I'm leaning on something happening there. 40th birthday, that's a big celebration. And it's already next month, January. Interesting. What shall happen? Well, I'm already wishing you happy birthday. Sonic Jane's Dude is saying, I got yoga stuff for Christmas and books on the history of Argentina, because I travel there a lot. Yoga stuff. Do you do yoga? Yoga mat, blocks, and books on history of Argentina. Good. That sounds super interesting. Dark Trilarian is saying, I have successfully returned to the lair. Now I can experience you with the audio and visual clarity you deserve. Fantastic, Dark Trilarian. I was just showing off this book that you gifted me with. I've been reading it and making markings on it because it's super interesting. Still on the first book, I haven't started the second one. This was really challenging project. Tomorrow Never Dies. For some reason, the singing was so difficult to edit and mix. Finding the right balance, and when I articulate a lot, it just starts to annoy me so much. But somehow I managed to create something. But I love this song. This song is amazing. The lyrics especially. Tim is saying, welcome. Remember to keep an eye out for the fire-breathing dragon. Bigger guy is saying, I think I figured out the perfect man for Katja. A young Orson Welles. Actor, director, producer, writer, singer, musician, etc. Sounds just like Katja. Yeah, I think that sounds appealing. I would be highly interested of a person who is like so goal-orientated. These all are a little bit related to each other, music and directing, even though they are a little bit different. But yeah, I would be interested. But just in general, not to personally, not to have a relationship necessarily with someone, but just like be around with people who are interested to create and evolve and just have that passion to get better in what they're doing and evolve. I think that's like, I want to be around with that type of people. Dark Trilarian is saying, the fire-breathing dragon, better keep an eye out for me. Sonic Jane Stooge is saying, yes, I do yoga and I speak Spanish and I travel a lot. Not vlogs though. Doing yoga and speak Spanish? Oh, good. How often do you do yoga? Do you do handstands and that sort of stuff? Or is it more like meditating and stretching out? What kind of yoga do you usually do? Tim is saying the waterphone is one of the very specific instruments for horror. Most don't know about it, but they have definitely heard it. Waterphone. Waterphone. Let me check that. Oh, you mean this? And actually there is now the Nightmare on Elm Street music playing. Yes. Okay, I've definitely seen it. Waterphone. It looks interesting. Interesting looking instrument. Good to mention that, Tim. I'll look that up more. They were just talking about, in the book, they were talking about like instruments made of human bones, for example. So, waterphone, I need to research more about that. Kirby is saying, I really like you would make an ASMR vampire video playing a vampire with fangs and bad breath. Didn't you mention that the last time? We were thinking about that, almost kind of like brainstorming the last time we had a live stream. a bad breath. It could be kind of like a visual thing. Smoke, some sort of thing floating around on the screen. I think that would kind of like be a visual ASMR as well. Good idea. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, lol, Katja is going to have a pop quiz on that book. Nate L is saying, is it live? Yes, it is live. But I'm checking these comments on weird times. Weird times when I'm checking something on internet and something from my book. And
Hey there, I'm Katja Savia. And
Nate L, that's amazing. Elegant and beauty singer. Thank you, Nate. How are you? Happy New Year. Trev is here as well. Hello, Trev. Hi, Katja. I hope you are well. I haven't been here for a while, but I wasn't going to miss your live stream. Good. Trev, Happy New Year. Hopefully your Christmas was lovely and you relaxed and had a good time. It's good to see you. Frank is saying, I always enjoy watching a finger slide over the piano keys like little spiders, Katja. I love that comment, Frank. I love when you say that my fingers are like spiders. Like it'd be a thing. A thing. Beaker guy is saying, I'll get out of the time machine. Tar it is. Nate L is saying, how it's going. It's going great for me. Now especially it's going great. How are you? Baker guys saying, and yeah, I'd love to have Ned Orson Welles. Nate L is saying, asking, do you do something sport? Yes, I do. I usually do something every single day, kind of like warming up my body. I do yoga, sometimes stretching, but sometimes there's like more kind of like energetic yoga with handstands and whatnot. And then I do exercises with weights as well, or workouts. Dr. Laren is saying, Katja, if they were to remake any horror movie and you could be creative director and star in it, which would it be? Or would you prefer to make an original creation? That's an interesting one. Obviously, I would love to star in any kind of Dracula film. Yeah, that would be my thing. But if it has to be like a horror movie, I think kind of like a Dracula movie would be something that I at least know a lot about. But then I'm kind of like interested in creating my original version as well, original creation. That would be interesting. But that's a good question, interesting question. Do other people have some sort of opinion about this? What would you kind of like do a remake of, or do you have a plans for an original creation? Tim is saying instruments made of human bones, like the Maya death flute. I'm not sure whether that's made of human bones, but they were mentioning these monks that after they die, they kind of like give out or give the permission to make bones out of their instruments out of their bones. At least that's what I've read from the book. Sonic's Jane Stooge is saying, I do 15-minute mini yoga every morning. I'm Scottish and weather is bad here, but when it's good, I go hiking for a few hours every day. But when the weather is bad, I stay inside and do a 40-minute yoga session. I love that. Like 15 minutes yoga session every morning. That's the minimum for me. I usually do like a 30-minute, kind of like warming up my body. Like it's all stiff after the night and there are all kinds of pains and aches. But when you do yoga, you kind of like start up the system like that. And when it's good weather outside, I might go out for a walk, but I usually stick inside, stay inside and do kind of like a workout with weights or something. Frank is saying, I really love your cool polka, Katja, thank you. It just went by so quickly, but Even Polka was a April's Fool project where I was fooling you into thinking that I was uploading something very dark and sinister, but instead I did Eva's Polka, which is a traditional Finnish song. Nate L is saying, I'm good to hear. Dr. Lauren is saying this is the most non-Katja perfect Katja song you've ever covered. Thank you. Even Polka it must be. Frank is saying, and I love your happy dance too. It was fun. At least it was super fun. Azarian is saying, we don't even need to read the title to know what song it is. Or hear the audio. EL3 is host. Cheers! Cheers! Kippis EL3. I love Gangsta's Paradise, the piano. It's so creepy. This could be a horror film, like music, on its own. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, I could see Katja being the lead in Dracula's Daughter. I would love that. Please. Zor is saying video of the year. Frank is saying Salivili hipputtuputtaputtaputtipputtelijalleen. Yep, exactly. You know the deal, Frank. And Bridgeport Chronicles, RIP Coolio. True that. RIP, rest in peace, Coolio. Trev is asking, do you have any plans to another Lego? Not at this very moment. There are interesting designs out there, but not sure what could be the next step in here. Batman something? That would be fun, I think. Are you, Trev, into Legos? I don't remember. Did you mention something like that? Do you do Lego building? Designs? Sonic Jane Stooge is asking or saying, come to Scotland, I will be your bass player and yoga partner. I will show you my castle too. Wow, these are offers that I can't decline. Seriously, these are too good. Ultra Melody is saying, moi. No moi. Miten menee? Alex is saying, I love this one. Good to hear. Ultra Melody is saying, I uploaded Northern Lights in Lapland, Finland video. Ooh. Northern Lights. You captured those. It's not so easy to capture them in the southern part of Finland. Zor is saying, let's hope someday Lego Gravity Falls becomes a real set. Wow, that would be something. That would interest me. Like doing the Mystery Shack if it's available. I would do that. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, I think someone is in love with you, Katja Savia. I don't know about that. Dr. Laren is saying, Katja, once you have finished your thesis, have you considered expanding it to become a book? You could document your journey from novice producer to dark music sensation and inspire many others. Yeah, I'm actually writing my thesis at the moment. I'm studying to become a music producer and I'm graduating this spring, the quickest in March. Finally, so this spring is going to be a little bit hectic for me. I'm trying to survive somehow, but writing my thesis on how to prepare yourself as a vocalist for studio, for recordings, like give your best shot, because studio time is limited, it's expensive, so what can you do as a singer and vocalist? I write my thesis and I haven't thought about book necessarily, but I have thought about maybe like a 10 episode, like a mini podcast or something, maybe even shorter than that, so that when it's audible you can actually hear examples, and that would be interesting, but just a limited series, audio series from the topic, because I'm very passionate about that topic. Ultra Melody, cool. Love a nice Aurora. I love Aurora. They're so beautiful, but it's super challenging to see them in southern parts of Finland. But you have to go to Lapland, like Ultra Melody has done, into the northern parts of Finland. Trev is saying, I used to do Lego when I was young, and Lego was so much more simple, but I haven't for a very long time now. Lego was so much more simple. Oh, you have seen the development of Legos over the past year, and you are saying that it was so much more simple, or I'm not sure, but that's how I understand it. Interesting. And it would be interesting to know the designs years back. I just only remember the Lego pirate ship, but there must be a lot of different kinds of Lego designs, difficult and a little bit easier ones. But Trev has done Lego, so you have experience on Lego building. Sonic Jane Stooge is saying, is Finnish hard to learn as a language? I know someone who is Swedish, and he told me that Finnish is closer to Russian than it is to Swedish. It is a difficult language to learn, Finnish, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it's like Russian, because we don't have the same writing methods as Russian. It's much more easier. And we even have kind of like a similar thinking patterns with Swedish and Finnish. And it's not that difficult if you compare it with Swedish and Finnish. But Swedish has a lot more English references than Finnish. But no, I wouldn't compare it with Russia at all, actually. It's very different.
Hey there, I'm Katja Savia, an independent artist.
Added this video to the playlist as well because this was the first time ever I did a crowdfunding group commission project this year, and it was I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, a retro game. First time ever crowdfunding. I didn't have any idea would this be successful or not, but I have a clear reason why I did the crowdfunding. And everything is still there, the project proposal letters, if you want to look that up. But this was like May, and I had no idea would this go through or not. I wrote the proposal letter and just was prepared that no one wants to pay for it. I was prepared mentally for that. But it went through, it pulled through. But I wanted to keep this on a playlist as well, because this is part of the journey. This was the first time I've ever experienced or done anything like this before. And I just wanted to see how was there a like this fan group evolving around the game, the retro game I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. And I'm so happy that I did this project because there was so much beautiful dark music within the soundtrack. And some of you mentioned like really interesting findings about the soundtrack as well, but we can go those when the actual medley shows up here.
And if we don't reach this goal,
La 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 la, where are we with the comments? Frank is saying someone is in love with Katja. Everyone is. I'm in love with you as well. Everyone out there, I'm in love with you. And I'm so grateful that I get to know you and keep in touch with you like this on the internet. I love it. And I'm grateful for this opportunity. And I don't know how my life would be without you.
that's all I have for today.
Ultra Melody is saying Finnish is hard language to learn. That is true. It's not the easiest. It's not the easiest.
I want to wish you
Brian is saying to Frank, lol, yeah, I was gonna say let's not call for a show of hands on that one. Frank is saying, I think the other vampires would laugh at you if you did yoga, Katja. Really? You think so? But I'm doing handstands and I'm doing like all these poses, relying on my hand muscles and my power. They can't laugh at me. Original song made for Jason Voorhees. Jason Voorhees, the killer from Friday the 13th films. And this was an interesting project for me because I've never written for a certain type of topic and certain type of character, certain type of theme. It is my first ever attempt. Dark Tularian is saying that's a really wonderful idea. I think many people would love to hear how your inspiration was music therapy and how it drove you to become a better producer. It could help many inspiring artists. Yeah, the music therapy aspect has been very helpful. I've studied music therapy. It has been very helpful when I'm making music, and I've studied music psychology as well, and that's related to this a lot. A lot of these interviews, like for example John Carpenter interview, he's saying it that there's no right or wrong, and it just, if you like it you can do it, and I just happen to do the simplistic way. And he doesn't really go into detail like what's actually happening. Like if I analyze his music, there is a lot of dynamic sharp sounds in the tempo, up tempo, and that's creating tension and stuff like that. The music psychology there helps a lot when you're analyzing music. It's not like, well, it just happens to sound good. It's not about that. Or you have that natural kind of like ability to not analyze, but create music naturally. That works. Anyways, okay. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, I got to step out for a moment to pay rent. To go pay rent. I will return. Take your time. Ultra Melody is saying, Revon tulet, Revon fox, and tule fires. From a traditional belief that northern lights are a reflection of a firefox fur. Revo. If you say so. It must be. I'm not familiar with the name or the history of it. But reflection of a firefox fur. Sonic Jane Stooge is saying I would learn Finnish for you. Wow, that's amazing. The first word that you could learn is kiitos. Thank you. Kiitos. Bridport Chronicles is saying Bianca wouldn't laugh at Katja doing yoga. She might find it alluring and just watch Katja do it. Good to know that Bianca would love it. If Bianca is watching, yeah. That would be fun. Baker guy is saying I still Katja, you should get a throne crowd group funding going for a new computer, Katja. Okay, I have now pestered you about that enough, I'll stop. Yeah, we could do that, but at the same time I would love to kind of like give something back to you, and that's why next year, starting from January, I have new things going on and happening. More about those in January. Kalle sanoo, että jei, mun netti tuli takas. Meinas tulla itku. No. Internet connection failure. Damn it. Well, I'm glad it works now. But we're gonna be here a while because we have still many videos left. Tim is saying, I just noticed the last cover video made for 2022 is titled The Finale. It is. On purpose. Sonic Jane Stooge is saying Friday the 13th part 6 is my favorite. Very camp and silly. Good to know. Also tested out this year those shorts, YouTube shorts, minute-long videos. And so far what I've noticed, no, they don't create a lot of views for me, not a lot of watch time. I might do some shorts this year, but I'm not solely relying my content on shorts, unfortunately, even though they are kind of like they were raving about the shorts. But for my channel and for my content, no. Tubular Bells, Mike Oldfield from The Exorcist. And this book actually was like talking about a lot about this theme as well. Probably I read a snippet at some point, but first I try to read your comments because they're much more important at the moment. Tim is saying, I'm gonna have you tone it a little. Your messages have been very single-minded and I would hate to have to figure you a time out. Okay. Tim is showing the whip. Whip! I'm glad that we have Tim. Because I can't just keep the strings on the comments and on this live stream too much. Frank is saying, I think the last thing that poor leopard in the background saw in his life was the thirsty Tumma prinsessa. Yeah, the background, panthers and leopards. Ultra Melody is saying kiitos. Kiitos. That's the only word that you need to learn in Finnish. The most important one. Kiitos. And kiitos paljon. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. Azarian is saying, damn it, how did you find out my secret? Sonic Jane Stooge is saying, olet tämän kaunein tyttö. Tämän?
Hey there, I'm Katja Savia.
Joo, close enough. That was good. It's missing some characters. But good try. Beaker guy saying, Azarian, yes, you're right. She never mentions your name. I must be psychic. Tim is saying, I think the shorts might be a good system to do some short behind the scene clips, or if you play something you find interesting without it having to be well edited, or if it deviates from the normal vids. Only a thought. Yeah, I could probably kind of like try that out next if I keep on trying with the shorts. Like showing the behind the scenes clips, for example. That's a good idea. Here we have Batman month. This is Prince song Scandalous. Then this was on a One Hot Night episode, kind of like a little bit more steamy episode, which I love. I like these type of sensual romantic pieces. And the outfit is great as well. I kind of like combined some stuff that I had already and new stuff that you, the lovely viewers, have gifted me with. But I can't see the connection. This song is supposed to be about Batman, but I don't see the connection. But yeah. Let's see. Tubular Bells, the last episode, about from The Exorcist. I think I would love to read you John Carpenter interview. The interview person asked that, do you find that repetition can be useful device when building tension in horror movies? And John Carpenter says that yeah, it can be, or silence can be too. In the case of something like Halloween, it works because the audience is waiting for something to change, and it doesn't. It puts them in a little bit of discomfort emotionally because they expect it to evolve and change, but it just keeps repeating. But there is no hard, fast rule about any of this. That is what you have to keep in mind. There are rules for both music and movies in terms of making them, but not necessarily for what works the best. That's all up to the talent and the taste of the director and the composer. Building tension, like the repetitiveness, for example, of Tubular Bells and Jaws and these other Psycho, for example, themes. The repetitiveness, building tension, like creating discomfort emotionally. We're expecting that something is changing, but it isn't. Interesting concept. Tim is saying, remember everyone, changing the language you write, it only works if I can't use Google Translate. Bigger guys, I will not comment. I will be good. Gritting teeth. Frank is saying, have you actually ever played an organ in a church, Katja? Would go well with your music. I probably haven't ever played organ in a church, but obviously I've tested out with my electric keyboard. I've tested out with the sound, and I love playing with organ sound. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I never tried organ before. That would be an interesting experience. And I don't go to church regularly. I rarely go to church. But that's an interesting experience when you go to church. It's almost like being in this meditative state. When you hear that organ music, it puts you kind of like in this meditation state almost. You just listen to the music and there's this vast big space and it echoes in that space. I love that when it happens, even though it's rare. Organs can make every situation super traumatic, says Tim. Definitely. And I just love organ partly because it's been used in cartoon, for example. It's usually kind of like this comical instrument as well. When something is super traumatic, it can make you laugh in certain, if you place it in the right scene, for example. Frank is saying, amazing outfit, Katja. Yes, it was the scandalous outfit. Kirby is saying, would you like to be bitten on your neck by a bad breath vampire? No thanks. I'm not really into bad breath when someone else is biting me. I'd pass, okay? Would you like to be bitten by a bad breath vampire, Kirby? I'm really starting to be curious here. Ultra Melody is asking, which countries have you visited? Well, not a lot of countries. I've only traveled in somewhere in Europe. In Spain, in Rome, in Czech Republic, Estonia, Sweden, but nowhere else. That's pretty much it. Kalles is saying that hiljaisuus on hyvä tehostuskeino. Exactly, silence is a powerful kind of like enhanced method. Silence is very, very powerful, much more powerful than constant noise even sometimes. And not complete silence, you need something like white noise or someone breathing or that could change the whole mood. Then hiljaisuus, silence is very powerful tool. Baker Guy is thumbs up for building tension comments. Baker Guy, oh, that reminds me, have you ever considered playing gigs, live music in a pub kind of thing in Finland? Obviously. Yeah, I'm open for gigs and playing. If we kind of like, I get paid. I get paid for it because it's obviously a hard work when you're bringing your instruments. You have to prep for the gig and whatnot. But yeah, I'm open mind for performing as well. And now I have such a huge catalog of music, especially horror music, game music, all kinds of music, folk music. Oh, here we have I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream medley. So many beautiful dark melodies. Like every single of these pieces is like creepy and menacing. Even this intro. Tim is saying to Kalle, you rarely go to church. You heathen. We can heathen buddies. We are heathens. Yeah, we definitely are. Frank is saying Johann Sebastian Bach. Oh, Baroque music. Bach is very, very mind-opening composer. That was for Katja Savia. Yes, I'm a heathen. And probably Kalle is heathen as well. I don't know whether Kalle goes to church, but I don't go to church. But sometimes there are these concerts in church which I don't mind going. Because it's a very good, relaxed, calming place to be. Sonic Jane Stooge is saying, love Prince and Danny Elfman. Well, good that you love Danny Elfman. Next year, we're probably moving moving from Danny Elfman to other Batman themes. Frank is saying you forgot Transylvania, Katja. Yeah, I forgot that. In my dreams, I have visited Transylvania, but if you would like to be my companion, I would love to get a companion with me when I travel to Romania. Romania and Transylvania, that has been my dream for such a long time. And I really don't want to go there all by myself. So if you're interested in that type of adventure, I'm looking for company. Dad of Monk, hello, Happy New Year in advance. Well, hello to you. How are you? And Happy New Year. We're celebrating the New Year a little bit beforehand, in advance. Baker guy, I'll stick with pagan. Well, bacon is good as well. Heathen bacon. Dad of Monk, let's go to Transylvania. Sorted. Good. Because I would love to have some company there. And I'm glad that you're kind of like open-minded. Open-minded for Transylvania. Kirby is saying, yes, I would like to be bitten by a female bad breath vampire if that vampire is you, Katja. Okay, so a lot of garlic. A lot of garlic or some fish. Fish. I need to eat something like that and then bite you. I'm prepared. Tim is saying, for anyone wondering how far we are with the playlist, you can see in the address bar above the video playing a number at the end, currently 17 out of 35, so we are halfway through, halfway mark. Okay. Dad of Monk is saying it's a beautiful part of a very beautiful country. Yeah, I believe so. I believe so, and that's why I want to visit there. It was funny that during the Christmas break, my grandmother was asking, like, do you want to travel somewhere? Is there a country that you would love to travel? And obviously my grandmother was expecting some sort of different kind of reply from me. I just replied that I want to go to Transylvania, to Romania. And she was a little bit surprised, maybe even horrified of my answer. But yeah, I would love to go there. Why not? In this tick-tick, tick-tick, tick-tick heartbeat. Tick-tick, 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 tick-tick. Clever. Kalle is saying, nope, I don't go to church. Good. Let's not go to church. Bigger guy is saying as Vrea sa vorbesk romaneste. I wish I spoke Romanian. Me too. That would be an interesting language to learn. It usually reminds me of Italian a little bit. And Russia. High five to Kalle. Dad of Monk, my granddad went to Transylvania in the 90s. He's not aged since then. That would be interesting. That's the exact reason why I would go there. Frank is saying, okay, Katja, with Tuma Princessa by my side, I'm safe in Transylvania. I will protect you in Transylvania. Dr. Laren is saying, Katja, what types of unique sounds have you been able to create with your new keyboard that the old one was lacking? It is difficult to incorporate new sounds into your dark music. Is it difficult? Well, there are a lot of these sounds, and that's why I've got that keyboard, because it was mimicking so realistically, or like real acoustic piano, and that's why I got it. One thing I'm missing about it is the pitch bend, that you can modify the pitch. But I'm playing the new keyboard because of the realistic instruments that it has. The last one, the Yamaha one, was complete blah. Even though it had the pitch bend, that was only good positive thing about it, that I could modify the sound as I wanted. But I wouldn't say that it's difficult to incorporate new sounds into the dark music. It actually has gotten a lot more easier over the years. Before it was much more difficult because I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just like testing things out and experimenting. It has gotten a lot more easier and easier. That's a really good question, both of these questions. Thank you for asking. Bridgeport Chronicles, I am back. Also my cat Pico says hi and that she is hungry. Need to feed the cat now. Oh, give your cat Pico something good to eat. I actually like this Sting's Russians project that I did. I'll put a lot of these sounds, almost horror type of elements to this music. This like and drone type of sounds, and this hissing, not a hissing sound, but very high pitch.
Hey there, I'm Katja Savia.
I was playing around with this project. I wanted to test out different possibilities.
Your favorite entertainment related to the Cold War.
Our Cold War month, theme month.
Give a thumbs up and share some dark music with a friend.
Beaker Guy is saying Dead of Monk LOL. Frank Wallstad, tickets booked, Katja, Helsinki, Bucharest and Frankfurt, Bucharest. Oh, when are we leaving? Ultra Melody is saying Katja is Finnish and Russian name. It is. It is. It's mostly like probably Russian. It's Russian based, but Katja is more like a Finnish version. Katarina from Katarina or something like that. Not GPEG. JPG. Gold medals and trophies. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Happy New Year to you. Tim is saying to Bridgeport Chronicles, don't overfeed her, meaning the cat. Oh, but you have to overfeed your cat when it's like the Christmas or the New Year's, because you're kind of like celebrating, and your pets need to be celebrating as well. The Hunt for the Red October, beautiful theme. And a little bit different kind of theme than the original. The original was much more like a, I don't know the word, but this is a different kind of version. Beaker Guy is saying Russians brings tears to my eyes, especially now. Sorry, too political. Yeah. It has really good lyrics, thoughtful lyrics. Kirby is saying, you have really beautiful hands, Katja. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Colin is here. Woohoo! Colin! Happy New Year, Colin! If you're caught smuggling garlic into Romania, you are put in prison into the tombs of Transylvania. Well, I gotta try that. I need some excitement into my life, okay? Not GPEG is saying, hi, first time comment. Your cover version of Supernature is so cool and awesome. Glad you were finally able to record it. Not sure if you celebrate the holidays, but have a prosperous new year. Thank you. And I'm so happy to know that you enjoyed the Supernature version. And was it you? Because I can't remember the username, but someone suggested it. Possibly it was you. And first I was like, it's this disco song. It's not really dark music, but then I read the lyrics and it's dark music. It is dark music, and it's like this. I would say it that it's a little bit like even Lovecraftian. It reminded me some reason for Lovecraft novels, that there are these monsters coming out of the earth or space or somewhere and punishing the mankind. Thank you for the prosperous New Year wishes, and Happy New Year to you, and have a prosperous New Year as well. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, I have an idea with the second one in terms of plot synopsis. Want to know your thoughts. Bianca comes to the viewer's home for a visit. She knows what the viewer is searching for and the dangers they have put themselves in. Yeah, a night call, night visit. Something like that. Yeah. That sounds interesting. Synopsis. Spooky, scary skeletons. This was a test as well, because this is super popular song within YouTube realm. So here is my version. A little bit like funny episode, having fun. Dark Tularen is saying it's my special song. Oh, no. Sonic Jang Stooge is saying you have a great song choices. Thank you. And always, if you have a song in mind, you can suggest songs. Try to think it in from the dark music concept. Read the lyrics. Are the lyrics dark? Is the music dark? What makes the song dark? Could you see me performing it? You can suggest music. And I always read your suggestions and add them to my list if they're good. Seporatu. I love the Madman Mars version. Greetings from Greece, Sparta. Well, hello, Seporatu. Happy New Year and greetings to Greece. And I'm so happy that you enjoyed Madman Mars. It's a little bit older video already, but it's not getting old because it's iconic. It's called classic. It can't get old. It was a fun one. Tim's saying to Colin, hey, have you been lurking here all the time? Bigger guy saying to everybody, oh, the other thing I was pestering Katja about was letting us, the fans, all fund a trip for her to see Goblin in concert. I know they're in Italy sometime in January, just saying. Which could be considered research. That would be interesting and wonderful experience to see Goblin. If they would be in Finland, I would definitely go and see them. But we, in this book, Scored to Death, they're interviewing like 2 Goblin members. And yeah, reading those. This was my different kind of video project. This was kind of like my personal little funny advertisement video.
That's sometimes sweet. You have a question. I have an answer.
Here I'm foretelling your future with Uno cards or something. I don't have fortune teller cards, so I just used what I had. Colin is saying to Tim, Azarian, not the whole time, maybe like 30 minutes. Azarian is saying, Colin, oh, okay, glad you could make it. Yeah, I'm super happy that Colin could make it. Jesse Wetzel, how about the theme song from Dark? Look up Abrat. Goodbye. Hello, Jesse. Happy New Year to you. Hopefully Friday is treating you well. Theme song from Dark. I think Abrat. Have I heard it? It might be. Okay, I'll put it. Write it down. No. Ultra Melody is saying there are many lakes in Finland. Do you swim in summer? Yes, I do swim. Especially during heat waves, I do swim, and my apartment is actually located next to a lake, so I can swim whenever I'm in my apartment. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, alas poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio. Frankie say, näytät niin siistiltä Matti Sedän kallo kädessäsi. Matti Sedän kallo kädessäsi, Katja. Niin, Matti Sedä on nyt päässyt sinne sitten tähän ennustaja Eukko showhun mukaan. No, ainakin jollain tavalla hän on sitten mukana tässä tuotannossa. Joo. Yep, exactly, Frank. I like how you're thinking. Tim is saying, question for everyone. When you hear the name Andrew Gold, does anyone think of anything besides spooky, scary skeletons? Genuinely wondering. That's a really good question, Tim. I have heard Uno cards can only give one prediction. But yeah, Andrew Gold, does it say anything to you? Can you think anything else except spooky, scary skeletons? Speaker guy saying, literally laughed out loud when I just glanced over and realized the read your future video was up. This was a fun project, obviously, creating this kind of like script for this fortune teller, but this minimalistic sound environment, this ambient sounds was interesting, but also kind of capturing the voice. In that video, the microphone is hidden in my shirt somewhere, but now I did a purchase this year. I have a very sturdy microphone stand, a lot more bigger than the regular microphone stands. It has even a counterweight, and now I can mic up things from above as well. Frank is saying, your swallowing noises sound so cool, Katja. Well, I should swallow more. And spit more. I'm producing saliva. So much, you can't believe it. When I'm recording, there are just these weird saliva sounds. And then I'm trying to edit them out. Tim is saying to Beaker Guy, wow, only a pity chuckle. I see how it is. Now GBE Key G is saying one more thing, suggesting this for your playlist. Too bad you're crazy. By Jerry Whitman with Linda Harmon. NG Jerry Donna Medine from, yeah, I know that. 1986 April Fool's Day movie soundtrack. That has been actually on my list. Too bad you're crazy, and I love that song. It is on my list. It's a great song. Thank you for suggesting it. For Swan Lake, a different kind of experiment with Swan Lake. It's classical music, but at the same time it has appeared in Dracula film in the 1931 film opening. And classical music is popular on YouTube, so this is kind of like my experiment. Does this type of content create views? And next year I'm doing at least one classical piece, but once again, not solely classical. It has appeared in horror film. Colin is saying Katja has a water slide in her living room that leads straight into the lake. Yeah. That would be fantastic. And what, goodness gracious, how do you know? How do you know my living conditions? Colin, have you been to my apartment? Wow, like this guy, like Colin, he's amazing. To kind of like, he knows every single detail about my life. I can't believe it. And Tim is saying, Colin, wouldn't that just make her skip across the lake? It's a huge lake. Speaker Guide to Azarian. Andrew Gold, about Andrew Gold, sadly no. Murray Gold? Yes, unrelated I think. Sonic Jang Stooge is saying, do you smoke weed or anything? No, I don't, because it's not illegal to smoke here in Finland, so you don't really get your hands on weed. And Beaker Guy is saying, oh, Tchaikovsky, my favorite music to fall asleep to. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Classical music is so beautiful. It's this kind of like this elevated entertainment. And Tchaikovsky, beautiful and tragic. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, I love that outfit in the Dracula Swan Lake video. Yeah, I have the new outfit. We have the vampire video here. It's 23 on the episode. How about we take a little break? Like a couple of minutes. Couple of minutes of a break, and then we'll continue on. This is a little bit longer video. It's like, was it 10 minutes or something? Let's have a drink, a snack, whatever. I'll be back in after a couple of minutes. Okay? Yep. It's so big that I can't even see anything. Thank you. Okay. Now we're good. Good again. Let's put this back. Let's put this back. Okay, here we have another. This is a third episode of the commissioned ASMR Vampire Queen, and this one broke the jackpot. You could say this was really good. This upload was a perfect timing during Halloween season, and the reactions were great. Probably, yeah, it was really good. It succeeded well. Let me see the comments here. What did I miss? Ultra Melody is laughing to Colin's jokes. Tim is saying to Beaker Guy, I have still not heard Katja play a dark version of Doctor Who theme. That would be interesting. It's such a strange theme. A weird theme that it would be interesting. Beaker Guy to Azarian, well, both keep waiting. And Tim is saying, okay, I just made a quick look up on the Doctor Who theme, and I'm the Doctor. And I'm the Doctor, and holy crap. EL3 is saying, check out my new workouts. Oh, you have workouts. What kind of workouts? HIIT workouts, high intensity interval workouts, cardio workouts, weighted workouts. What kind of workouts? Zonic Jang Stoot is saying that is as good as smoking is horrible. Yeah, it's not good for your health. EL3 is saying hello people, and Beaker Guy drink, chuck. Bridgeport Chronicles says Katja just did her Arnold impression. Lol. And Frank is saying, we will wait for you, Katja, if necessary, for eternity. Well, thank you. Hopefully you got something to drink. What are you drinking, Frank? You're drinking something. Tim is saying, would rather it wasn't for eternity. I'm getting hungry and have to make a dinner after the stream. Oh, Tim, if you're super hungry, you can go and make a meal. I try to survive. We're trying to survive here. Frank is saying, this photo somehow you look really cool. Reminds me of the Thriller video. Only the zombies rising from their graves and then dancing are missing. I love that cemetery. It's Pet Cemetery video. That's one of my favorite videos. I have to say, and it's good music because we had the Ashes of Abaddon there playing as well. Azarian, welcome back. Katja, yep, thank you. Beaker Guy to Azarian, I'll send you some of my favorite Doctor Who videos from Sadaf via the Discord later. Good, I want to see them as well. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying I'm drinking apple pie moonshine. That's good. Would love to have that as well. Bigger Guy is saying hello emoji is right. And Jesse Wetzel, I've heard of that band, Ashes of Abaddon. Yeah, well, you must have heard of it. If you haven't heard of Ashes of Abaddon, that's the band Jesse is playing the bass in. And I'm just taking the sound and the kind of like their creative process of how they approach music. They have a huge catalog of music, and Jesse is part of multiple different kinds of music projects. And I'm hoping that next year I have a song, at least a song in mind where I would love to use Jesse's bass playing skills and possibly drum playing skills as well, again, like in Pet Cemetery. In this ASMR Vampire Queen video, there's a lot of additional footage, like these licking fingers and blood, or this red goo slime dripping down, and the wine glass is overflowing with the goo. I love those scenes, and it just kind of like represents the absorption, you could say, and the vampire's queen something hypnotic stage that you're in. Jesse Wetzel is saying and giving us good news, and expect a new album very, very soon. 1,000 times the production quality and creativity. Yay. Looking forward to that. Like Jesse is crazy. Like, he's crazy. He's super creative with music. And Azarian to Jesse, interesting album covers. Also that. Frank is saying, cheers to Katja, but I won't tell if there's red wine or blood in my glass. Okay, don't tell me. That's fine. This especially, I love the glass overflowing with the goo. JJ is here as well. Happy New Year, Katja. Well, Happy New Year to you as well, JJ. Good to see you. Hopefully this year has treated you well, but we're obviously waiting for the new year because there are a lot of new exciting things happening, adventures for both of us. Tim is saying to Frank, if it isn't royal blood, then we don't want to hear about it. Royal blood. I want some royal blood. This is an interesting part in the vampire ASMR, because in this section you needed acting, and especially getting furious and angry and just like this vengeance. But how can you be angry and quiet at the same time? That was the most challenging aspect. Jesse is saying, thanks. We hired an artist out of Portland, Oregon, USA. He has a YouTube channel as well, Dr. Zombo's World. I've seen Jesse's Ashes of Abaddon, these album covers, and they are amazing. Amazing and beautiful creations. And if I remember correctly, there was an artist creating the artwork for the albums. But now I know who, Dr. Zombo's World. A Baker Guy is saying, how much of the script for the Vampire Queen video did you write, Katja, or was that already written for the commission? Curious. For this one, I wrote maybe 70-80%. And then I remember last summer I watched a lot of horror Hammer Dracula films, and the ending for this one, because Hammer films, the Dracula usually dies in these mysterious ways, like not logical all the time. So this was kind of like steering into that Hammer Dracula type of direction with this ending, like the whole castle is burning and possibly the vampire queen is burning as well, but coming back to life from the ashes, or just flies away as a bat, you don't know. So yeah, but to your original question, it was like 70-80% of the script. But there are a lot of references to different kind of Dracula films, like for example, euthanasia. An excellent and comforting word, don't you think? That's from Dracula 92, for example. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, this Vampire Queen series is the reason why I came to Katja to play Bianca in an ASMR. Well, there you go. Even though ASMR is not my first thing to do, it can create different kinds of opportunities for you. And I took it as an audio production project, and trying out different things can create something new for you. And Bridgeport Christopher found the channel through these ASMR Vampire Queen videos, through those. So it was good. It was good. Collaborating with other people and expanding from that. Dr. Laren is saying, Katja, how do you find music to cover for games or movies that you have never played or watched? Would you be open to media that you are unfamiliar with? How much do you base on the algorithm? Usually you are such an amazing viewers that you suggest music and I listen to it, and sometimes it's super good, sometimes it's good but it's not fitting for the channel. But majority of the time I cover music from films and games that I haven't played. I feel that it's majority of the time, but not always. But a lot of the retro games I've never even played, but I'm just being interested of the music. It sounds beautiful and I want to play it myself. And I'm very open to media that I'm not familiar with. Especially if you can like open up that thing a little bit for me, like why it's such a great thing. I'm very open for unfamiliar things as well. Like, what is your reason? Why do you want to hear that song? I'm more interested of. How much do you base on the algorithm? On the algorithm is like 5% of the time. Sometimes it can suggest really good things based on what you've been watching, but that's just 5% of the time. That's also very good. Fantastic questions. Wow. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, what is that you use to represent blood that was pouring into the glass in the Vampire Queen ASMR? Well, I'm going to tell you a secret. It's stuff called Methacel. And I have a huge jar of it at the very moment. I need it for something else. But it's Methacel that you could use for food, for example. But when you mix it with liquid, you can create slime. If you watched Ghostbusters, for example, you have slime there. And there are these projects that I need slime with. And that's the thing that's pouring out of the glass. It's just dyed with red food coloring. Picker Guy, one of the Vampire Queen videos was the first video I ever saw from Katja. Ah, was it so? You found your way to the channel through that vampire video. Well, there you go. New opportunities. New people will find the channel through ASMR. What a wonderful, wonderful world. Warren Zevon, Werewolves in London. I wanted to have fun with this project. a little bit like a darker version of that original one. Ahen, 89, Andrew, looks familiar. Glad to see so many people enjoyed that series, and Happy New Year, Katja. Hello, Andrew, good to see you, and Happy New Year to you as well. Yeah, we're kind of like celebrating the New Year's in advance already. But Ahen was the one who commissioned the ASMR Vampire Queen, and I'm happy that he did, because it created so many new opportunities and things for the channel, and it was wonderful to test out a different kind of project. Frank is saying, Tumma prinsessa can't burn. She's hotter than fire. No, maybe I can burn, but I can also kind of like come back. When you make a potion in Hammer films, you need to have some sort of the ashes, and then you have to have blood and be on the holy ground or away from the holy ground, and then you mix it together, and then you have Dracula again. Bigger guy saying, paljon kiitoksia. Paljon kiitoksia to you as well. Frankie saying, Werewolf Katja is even more amazing, seductive, and intriguing than Vampire Princess Katja. I freaking loved the werewolf theme month. It was amazing. I would love to do more of these type of videos. Just be wild and crazy. Dark Trilarian is saying, I think you mean ectoplasm. Slime only residues in swamps and comes from slugs, not very haunting subject. Ectoplasm, yeah, that's the correct word. Exactly. Not GBEG. Before I forget, dark music cover version of The Darkest Side of the Night by Metropolis from 1989. Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan in the future. Let me see. I haven't. The Darkest Side. Of the night. Yep, now I have that written down. Good, thank you. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying we need to clip this. Tim, well, have you ever seen a 4 feet tall slug? Dark Trilarian. Dark Trilarian is saying, I have seen that slug and I keep running away from him so that I don't lose my life and fortune. Bridgeport Chronicles is in Castlevania, all you need is 100 years and the blood of a maiden, or be a dark priest-like chef to revive a powerful vampire. That's exactly what I mean. That's what you need, and then there you have it. Evil is reborn again. Lazy Pixel is here as well. Sebastian, hello there. Well, hello, Sebastian. Happy New Year. Celebrating it advance here. Mordavia is here as well. Happy New Year, Katja. What about to wear the costume of Elvira and use a hairstyle like her, Mistress of the Dark? Now I have Elvira outfit, but I don't have her hair yet. But yeah, I would love that as well. Her character is amazing. I love her. But good to see you, Mordavia. Happy New Year. Tim is saying, so you can bypass centuries of tradition by being funky. Noted. Dark Tolarian to Azarian, it worked for Blackula, didn't it? Lazy Pixel is saying, Happy New Year too. Thank you. Colin, with inflation these days, who can afford Maiden's Blood? Yeah, true that. Beaker Guy is saying, sigh. Okay, I gotta go. House quest arriving in about 5 minutes. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, dear Katja. Hyvästi. Hyvästi, Brian. Have a wonderful evening with your house guest or day. Frank is saying, the little skull on your necklace has the best position in your werewolf video, Katja. Yeah, isn't it kind of like interesting little detail in that video? Picked a purpose in mind. Tim is saying to Beaker Guy, thanks for stopping by and have a great time with your guests. Happy New Year. Also Happy New Year from me as well. Sonic Jane Stooge is saying, love the leather trousers in this one, very sexy. Woo! Oops, I mean the last one. Well, the both werewolf ones were a little bit wild. Bigger guy saying thanks. Tim, was it? Yeah, it was Tim. Lazy Pixel Sebastian is saying, can't stay, I'm at work. Have a great time, everyone. See you next year. Yes, we see each other next time, next year. Next week. And have a wonderful rest of the year. This by John Williams. Like, if you look what John Williams has composed, you should definitely look that up if you haven't already or you're not familiar with John Williams. But this is one of my favorite pieces of his. This is from the Dracula, was it 1979? 1979 Dracula version. It's so creepy and full of emotion and tension and this passion that's concealed. I love this version so much. Obviously the original one is perfect, but this piano version, I love it as well. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, I have a fan that made a couple of pieces of music for me that I need to show off to you. Oh, interesting. Created music for Bianca, for Vampire, or what? Tim is saying to Lazy Pixel, thanks, you too, work hard. Frank is saying the leather trousers are only extremely sexy when Katja wears them. You could say that. M. Kenobiv 1 is saying, I like your musica. You are wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Bridgeport Chronicles for Bianca and Bridgeport Chronicles. I will DM the links to you for you to check out later. Wonderful. You are looking for a person that could do music for Bianca and the series. So that could be, that's fantastic that you have a fan who composed the music. Also, I was so happy when I got to play Dracula music this season, like Dracula 92 this time. Voce Gilar, I don't know how to say that name, but this was a kind of like a medley of the beginning, like the Dracula theme and Mina and Dracula, and then Love Remembered theme. This piece gradually evolves into these darker, menacing sounds to kind of like a little bit gradually opening up. And then it's just like completely disgustingly sweet in the ending, like the love remembered theme. It's like so sweet that it creates cavities. Like, if you think Love Remembered is beautiful, then you are in Dracula's trap already. Like, Dracula has enchanted you. You are prey from that moment forward. Dr. Laren is saying, Katja, what will be your coffee goal for the next year? How can your fans continue to support you to help improve your videos and grow your audience so that more people can experience your greatness? The coffee goal is going to be what it is exactly at this very moment for the middle of January. Then I'm going to change it to something else. More about that later, but it's exciting new project coming up, which you can take part in. There are 2 ways to support the videos. Like, these videos wouldn't exist without the Patreon members' support and Coffee supporters as well. Like, Patreon is the place to support if you are supporting on a regular basis, and Coffee is for here and there supporting, not any strings attached whatsoever. But I'm still in the point, and the channel is still on the point that I'm not monetized. Even though you see advertisement on my channel, I don't get a single penny. Everything goes to YouTube. I'm not YouTube partner. I'm not, they don't accept me, okay? So I don't gain anything from this, and Patreon and Coffee are the only places where you can kind of like create the videos with me. Pete Hurley, good to see you, Pete Hurley. Pete, Happy New Year, how are you? Gabriel Knight Bookshop, piano forever. Yeah, I love it. I love it, even though it's my old Yamaha, it's amazing. Wonderful. Bridgeport Chronicles sent the links, good. They're waiting for me. Quenobabe1 is saying, my favorite songs, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Nez, David Wise. Okay. David Wise created an interesting take on the Nightmare on Elm Street music. It's different. It's beautiful. There's this intensity in the music, but it's very different than in the movie version. Well, Denise Yamal, may I ask one question? Do you speak Russian? No, I don't speak Russian. And Denise Yamal is also, because Katja is a Russian name, maybe Ukrainian or Serbian name. Well, the origin is from Russia. Katarina is Russian, but Katja is kind of like a Finnish version of Katarina. But Katja is also kind of like German name. I've heard Katjas, that there are Katjas as well. This is Bridgeport Chronicles, a video that Chris Mayer commissioned me to do. This is a character called Bianca Bordeaux, a vampire queen of Bridgeport City, where vampires and humans, they coexist. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, oh my god, we're here at my commission. Yes, here it is. And it was kind of like fun to create. It was very detailed. The script that you created was very detailed, so it helped a lot. the visual cues in the script can like help to create the all in all mood in this. And even the boots, the heel long boots, I still have them. And I'm so happy that so many people have enjoyed this episode. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying I also had help from Tera too, my editor. Yeah, that as well. Like you have a team that you create with, and Tera was there as well, and I got feedback from Tera as well, and it was good to kind of like know the complete feedback. And here as well, I had the opportunity to use the fangs that I own. Fake blood was something that I didn't have back then. I had to create fake blood with syrup and food coloring, but now a wonderful viewer did a blood donation, and now for the next videos and next season I have fake blood. So expect me to play the piano face covered fully in blood. Frank is saying, looking at this seductive vampire, it's hard to imagine that she used to assemble a Lego piano. Yeah, and how I was break of losing it. Here I'm so composed, calm and relaxed. When I was doing the Legos, I wasn't. Dark Trilarian is saying, Katja, we have seen that beautiful guitar behind you in so many streams. Will we ever have the opportunity to see you play anything simple for us of one of these days, or is it simply purely decorative? Well, probably it's more decorative at this very moment. It is not a regular guitar. It's a music therapy guitar with only 4 strings, so it's a type of guitar that anyone can play in a matter of minutes. I sometimes use the guitar with my piano students, my little piano students that come by here every week. They play the piano, they have learned a piano tune, and then I play the guitar. We kind of practice playing with other instruments like that. But I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of guitar when I'm playing it. And I don't even like me playing the music therapy guitar. Jesse is saying, lol, Dark Trilarian. I was literally just thinking that exact same thing. Yeah. It's decorative. It's just decoration. And Tim is saying, it's a sham. I'm sure it doesn't even work. Yeah, I haven't tuned it, especially this Christmas holiday. I need to tune it after the piano students come by again. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, the reaction from this is what has me wanting to do more with you, and I'm working on something to continue this. I think Tera has the idea of you one day doing an ASMR as Succubus character for me. That would be interesting. I have to look up Succubus, their traits and their behavior, and I think they're pretty similar as vampires, but is there something that I don't know? But that would be interesting. And I would love that. I'm sure. Dark Trilarian is saying, you must be careful, Jess. See? Jessie? As Katja knows, I can read minds. Yeah. That I've noticed. Frank is asking, are you a strict piano teacher, Katja? No, I'm not strict at all. Like, my background is in music therapy, and that has taught me that the most important thing is that when your students and children get to play, that's the most important thing, and they get the sense that they're part of something, they're creating something, and they get positive feedback. I'm not strict at all. When I'm playing myself, practicing myself, believe me, I'm strict. Strict as hell, but with my piano students, I'm complete opposite. It's not my responsibility to be this. You play this exactly like this. No, 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 no. I don't want that. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying succubus in my world are sexy soul suckers. So in a way, yeah, they are related to vampires. Well, I thought so. Sexy soul suckers. That sounds... Yeah, okay. What? Yeah, not gonna say anything, but that sounds interesting. Sure, why not? I'm a soul sucker by my true nature. Probably fits me. Kirby's is saying, I love that vampire video from Bridgeport Chronicles Part 1. Fantastic. And also, if you have an idea in mind other than bath breath vampire, just let us know, and we possibly create. And we're working on the second part. That's in our mind. Once again, tested out shorts in this one. This was Your Lucky Day in Hell from the Scream 2. Like this, if I make a comparison here, like I go to my Instagram and see the views in this short, I uploaded to Instagram as well. This one has 4,200 views on Instagram. And here on YouTube, it only has, what is it? What the hell? 200? Am I seeing right? It's so little, like 200. So there's your comparison. Different platforms, different algorithms, they work differently. Then we have Solitary Face, which is my original song as well about Michael Myers, the Halloween series. And once again, this was me challenging myself to create a song for a specific character, specific traits, a specific story, specific plot. And also I had a genre in mind, which I don't usually do. I wanted to be this folk type of music, and I succeeded in some sort of way, but maybe I need to improve more, I feel. And he has won. He is waiting there in the shadows of your room. Complete what's left undone. Azarian to Frank. She only allows me to use her whip when I'm doing work here on streams. No. Tim is always using the whip, wherever. On Discord as well. Kalle is saying, sorry Katja, I have to go, but thank you for this day before New Year live stream. Happy New Year to you, even though I may talk to you before the New Year will comes. Happy New Year to you to all as well. Thank you, Kalle. Thank you so much for stopping by. It was good to see you, and great that you had the time to spend time with us. And Happy New Year. Hyvää uutta vuotta. May this be a wonderful new year. Dr. Laren is saying the beatings will continue until the fingerings improve. fingerings improve. Yeah. Beatings will continue until the fingerings improve. No, that's not my goal with my piano students. Tim is saying thank you for spending time with us. Happy New Year to Kalle. And Bridgeport Chronicles to Kirby. Thank you so much. Here is Saron, Supernature. Very interesting project that I love doing. Because first off, the original song is like 10 minutes long. And then I had to chop like 6 minutes of musical content out. And then the lyrics are so juicy. How to bring the lyrics more forward. Rip out all the R&B elements, disco elements that you had there. Bridgeport Chronicles is saying, I'm going to go bed. I have to work tonight and this weekend. Have a happy new year, Katja. I can't wait to work with you more. Thank you, Christopher, and we see each other later, and we will work on the project later times. Have a wonderful new year and stay tough in work. On your work, in your work, at your work. Tim is saying to Bridgeport Chronicles, sleep well. Thanks for being part of the stream and for making Katja do so amazing content. Have a happy new year. That's true. Exactly true. Dark Laren is saying people go to Instagram for short content, instant content as it were. YouTube is for longer and better produced videos. I wonder how many viewers from Instagram followed you on YouTube. Yeah. Like on Instagram I have a lot of Finnish followers, but it seems that they don't move to YouTube because still United States is the biggest country that is following and watching my content on YouTube. Tim is saying, I think you need to explain YouTube is for longer and better produced videos to YouTube and YouTubers. Frank is saying, by the way, who is actually your favorite female horror movie character? But Tim is saying a mermaid. I know Ariel dies in the original story, but still. That's a good question. That's a really good question. And creatures too, will there be an happy end? Now that all depends on you.
Hey there,
Maybe my favorite female horror movie character, if it's horror, like straight from I've been thinking like Alan Ripley, but that's like skiffy horror more.
don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and share this episode with a friend. Coffee and Patreon members, thank you for producing this episode with me. Special shout out to
Stay Stuff. Stay Stuff by Katja Savia, 2022. Colin, professional lyric juice. Oh, no, I'm trying my best here. I have improved in my English so much, but still, when you're speaking like this fast and so long, it just kind of like gets messy. Kirby is saying, bye Katja and guys, thank you for hanging out. Well, thank you for being here, and seriously, I mean it. Happy New Year, and thank you for the vampire video ideas. Azarian, thank you for the time, Kirby. Take care and Happy New Year. Tim is saying to talk to Larian, I prefer longer videos too myself. Keith Emerson, this was the Inferno theme, older horror music, a cult classic you could say. This was piano technically the most challenging piece in my opinion during this year. Ave Satani is close by, but this was so weird, evolving in different directions, and just where can you grasp the melody just changes constantly. So this was the most difficult one with the piano. Dark Larin is asking Katja, which was your most enjoyable video to produce this year and which was the most frustrating? How did you production improve throughout the year? Well, technically my videos have improved during this year. I experiment a lot more, but still vocals give me headache a lot of the time. The most frustrating, probably Evan Polka was challenging one, because at first I thought that I could make it a dark Evan Polka, but it was impossible for me with the time and resources I had at that very moment. What else? I think all the project have been pretty smooth. Supernature was challenging because it was different. But I think I'm getting better, and this is what I was looking for as well. I like how to improve in the process with the project process. That you have a certain type of way of doing things so that you become more sufficient in what you're doing and how you're doing.
Hey there,
so that has improved, I feel.
From Finland. Thank you for watching this episode. Do you prefer European, American, or Asian horror films? Let me know down below.
And my music production skills have improved definitely, but still a lot to learn. Frank is saying, we've already seen you in blue, red, black and white outfits and you look always amazing, Katja. Are there any colors that you never wear? Green. I want to wear more green, but unfortunately I don't have green outfits. But I want green. Tim is saying, I think Evan Polka has a too cheery melody to be made properly dark. It's fast, it's up-tempo, you could play it with electric guitar, like do a metal version, then it could be a little bit more dark. It would be something like that. But still, it would be kind of cheery because it's so fast. What were some of your favorite bloggings you found in 2022 for audio production, VSTs if you will? I don't know whether I found them during 2022 but started using them regularly. Were the God, if I remember correctly, I started using first off Reaper EQ because it constantly analyzes the wave, the sound wave. You can see where the frequencies are. For example, if you have S that's giving you a headache, you can lower the S. There you can see where the S is happening. I love the Reaper EQ. But then there are these clip, what the hell are these? Oh my god, there are these clip Jesus, motherfucker. I can't I can't remember the names. But clipping plugins that prevent the vocal clippings, I started to use them regularly. A tall reverb, which I love, that creates this dark, big room. I use that constantly on my piano, like in this one, for example. Piano productions and other productions. Those are kind of like my main things that I rely on these days, and I can't live without. I don't know. There you have it. A little bit. My staples. But still a lot to learn. So much to learn. I'm a little bit kind of like minimalist when it comes to plugins. I try to keep it as simple as possible because it easily becomes too complicated. And then it's difficult to manage. Dark Tularian is saying, Katja, if you wear a green outfit, then you can wear any color you want with the right software. That's true. True that. That's a clever idea, as Tim said. Mordavia is asking, what is your favorite scary character in the myths of Finland? We have a lot of kind of like these traditional monsters in Kalevala. Kalevala and our kind of like folk history, folklore. For example, like Otso. It's just like a bear and bear spirit, Otso. But that's like a myth or supernatural creature in our folklore as well. But that's a really good question. I love that. And Rauhanhenki. Rauhanhenki is the poltergeist. I don't know how to say it. Our ghosts. Rauhanhenki. And what is that? Saunatonttu. sauna something. But it's a spirit that lives in a sauna. Yeah, we need to hear about some Finnish urban legends. Dr. Larian, the keen observer, will not note that Basement Katja is currently playing the keyboard while normal Katja is streaming with us right now. Or is it the other way around? We may never know. Yep, that's true. Basement Katja, here I am, there you are. Frank is saying, dressed in green, you could be a horror version of Kermit, Katja. Really? I would love that. Especially when I fell in love with green lately. Like, I've been thinking that I really want to wear green. It would be so lovely. Hey, people, creatures of the earth, this is the last video of the year. It went by so fast. And I really want to give a huge shout out to people who made these videos possible. Let's take the full screen out here. Yeah, that was all of these episodes during 2022. But all the amazing people who made these videos possible. From Patreon, Alejandro E. Rodriguez Sanchez, Beaker Guy, Ryan Hage, Kalle, John Vivas, John A. Rennie, Stefan Ivaskovic, Drucifer Drew, Gregor Wenzel, Christopher, Francois Fortier, François Fortier, Jean Halbleib, Unleasher, Mark Koiranen, Mark Pingelli, Greg Wojciechowski, Megaraptor, Petri, Jesse's Auditorium, Jesse Wetzel, Florian Tomskl, Sapamoy Sebkunta, Tim Niklasen, Adrian Sertle, and Michael Anderson, and from Coffee, Andrew Henniger, for example, and Stephen Irvine. Thank you so much for creating the episodes with me. Like I said, it has been a challenging ride with YouTube when YouTube doesn't really support what you're doing. So you are the people who are creating the videos. Tim is saying, oh, dark version of Rainbow Connection. We need it. No. Okay, I'm gonna write that down, dude. That's there. Yep. Dark Talarian is saying, I've performed a Viennese waltz as Kermit the Frog. It was quite challenging, but absolutely worth it. Cool. That's actually the song I danced to. Dark Talarian is doing dancing, and it's amazing. I like ballroom dancing shows. I would love to. First off, be in the audience to see more people dancing, and maybe I would love to dance myself as well. So, wow, what did we learn from this year and this season? We learned a lot of music production skills, still a lot to learn. Trying out new things, being open-minded, being part of collaborations. A lot of time collaborations, they don't work out for different reasons. That's okay, but some of them do, and when they do, they're amazing. You get to be part of amazing things, and they create opportunities that you wouldn't have expected in the first place. I think that's, and I've learned so much about films during this year, and some little bit about games and composers, and I learned so much about music, and I'm loving this book. I'm like advertising this book by now, but reading this passionately. Love it. I want to learn everything. I'm just passionate about this topic. Dark Talarian is saying, we learned that Katja Savia is truly the most incredible artist and best kept treasure. National treasure. I hope that everyone continues to support her so that she can keep producing these amazing masterpieces. Thank you so much, and I'm hoping that I can continue on with this journey and learn new things. This is my personal experiment on myself, that I want to see how I evolve, what kind of person I will be in the end. This is my learning process, and you get to be part of that process, and I'm so grateful. As I said, I'm grateful that I get to spend time with you like this and kind of like learn from you. Frank is saying, I wish you, Katja, and everyone else all the best, happiness, success, and health for the new year. Thank you, Frank, so much. And thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching the videos and giving thumbs up. It means a lot. And thank you for leaving me comments. I always read them and always reply to them. And it just helps me to continue on. Vesohak is here as well. Hello, well, good to see you. We already watched like 39 videos from the season 2022. It was a huge process, but I'm glad that I got to see you. Happy New Year, Vesohag. Tim is saying to Frank, thanks, you too, buddy. Oh no, you're so unlucky. Yeah, we're finishing up this live stream, but you can watch this live stream later. The link will be up and will be working after this live stream. But everyone, now it's time to say goodbye and have a wonderful new year and enjoy yourself, and we'll get back to the 2023 season not next week, but there will be a special upload on my Facebook page, which is kind of weird, but I have a special upload there, and we'll start this new season. It's 13th, if I remember correctly, 13th of January, with a new video. Vesohak is saying it is early and I slept very late. Colin is saying this live stream will be working for the weekend. Yeah. And Jesse is saying happy 2022 and see you in 2023. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Jesse. Vesohak is saying ciao, feliz año nuevo, Katja. Thank you. Gracias. Dark Tularian is saying thank you for another wonderful year, Katja. Enjoy the celebration for the new year. We'll see you next time in another video. Thank you so much. We see you the next time on another episode. Bye.